Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, people of the tube, hello in there. Hope you are well, hope you're feeling great today. Today I'd like to show you this guitar. This is a Faco Fender Strat, as the title suggests. It's a pretender Fender. This was sold to somebody for a lot of money. They sold it to this person claiming it was an original 50s Strat, and it's really not, and you can kind of tell it's not. But that person bought it for a lot of money. It was in the thousands. They bought it for a lot of money, and I bought it off them when they realised it wasn't, for a lot less. And this is now Joe's guitar. It's a very, very nice guitar. As you can see, there's a lot of checking in the finish. A lot of really kind of, I wouldn't say that's natural looking wear, but around the ear is pretty good, and the checking looks brilliant. It really is cool. The neck wear is very fishy. I mean, hopefully you can kind of pick up on that, as that's not somebody's fingers. That's not the wear you normally see on a 50s Strat. The space between this part and the first machine head is way too big, and also it's got access to a truss rod there, which Strats didn't have. It was down here. So why it's got that, I don't know. The Fender logo, it's kind of, it looks kind of right, but not really. It doesn't look wrecked enough. Doesn't look old enough. I mean, on the old 50s ones, you can kind of see the outline of a decal. Basically, what this guitar is a early 2000s Mexico 60 reissue Strat, that basically somebody has got rid of a neck. It would have been originally a rosewood neck. They've got rid of the mint green scratch plate, which would have originally been on it, and they've put a maple neck on here. It's a very good maple neck. It's a very high quality maple neck, I'll give them that. And they've put a single ply scratch plate on it, and they've just remounted all the controls, and they've also stripped the original finish off, which is a polyurethane finish, and they've recoated it with nitrocellulose so it checks, and it's that kind of like thin old style finish. So that's basically what this is. This guitar sounds brilliant, and it is 90% Fender, but to sell it as an original 50s, it's definitely not. There's a lot of Faco guitars out there, so you really do have to be careful. And if somebody tries to sell you a guitar you're not 100% sure on, take it apart. Take it all apart. Find out every little detail you can of that guitar, because when you take a scratch plate off here, it's blatantly obvious these are not original Fender pickups. They're plastic backed. They're not like that kind of cardboard. The wires and like modern wires. They're not the cotton wrapped wires. You can basically tell it's like a Mexican Fender, really. The wear is really good. It does look really good. It's very convincing, and I mean, to kind of like somebody take this out of a case and say this is a real 50s, you're going to get the wow factor straight off the bat, and that will cloud anybody's judgment. So you've got to be really, really careful. But other than that, it is a great guitar. But I say there's a couple of things you got to be aware of if you're going to buy a guitar. If somebody says it's original, for one thing, hopefully you'll be able to see this. There is no serial number on the back plate here at all. I think they said it was one of the really early ones that had the serial number on the back plate here, which is total nonsense. It would have been there, and it's obviously not there. That's the back plate. We've got 5 springs. This is a bog standard Mexico tremolo. The neck wear on the back is not very good. It feels nice, but it doesn't look right. That's not somebody's hand wear. So it is a 90% Fender, and it is a really great sounding guitar, as I'm going to show you in a minute. But do be aware there are Faco guitars out there, and I do want to demo this for you and show you it. But first, I want to talk about it and whatnot, because you've got to be so careful these days. There's such good knockoffs, and this is definitely one of them. But as I say, that headstock's way too big, and the access to the truss rod there is a bit funny, and the wear is a bit dodgy, and it doesn't look right. And also, if you look at this, hopefully you'll be able to see this, the low E string doesn't actually match up with the neck. It should be about there, and it's just not. It's too far over, so that doesn't really make any sense. It's kind of like an Eric Clapton Blackie kind of reissue, so to say. Somebody's tried to make it look like that. Anyway, enough jabbering on about it. Let me show you what it sounds like. It does sound really, really nice, this guitar. So, let's show you that. Okay, so what does it sound like? It sounds awesome. This is the bridge pickup. The pickups are really high, so there's a lot of output. I'm going to turn reverb off quick. Out of phase, position 2. It's got a 5-way selector as well, which 50 Strats and 60 Strats didn't have. Well, I suppose you could get away with saying that as a mod, but either way. Nice sound though. Middle pickup. Cool. Out of phase, position 4. That's a nice sound. Nice out of phase. And neck pickup. Great sounding guitar, but it's just not worth what the people who originally sold it for. And I think it was the wow factor that overtook the person who bought it for a lot of money. I think it was the wow factor of, my God, kind of thing. I think that kind of clouded the person's judgment, really, which you've got to be really aware of, because it is a great guitar, but it's just not worth that much money, being what it is. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you just have to be careful. Let's play some distortion stuff. What can we play? Because it sounds brilliant. Great sounding guitar, it really is, but I say you just got to be aware that if somebody tried to sell me this for $2.5 grand, I'm not going to buy it for that. It'd just be silly. Anyway, awesome guitar. I'm going to play a little loop for you now. Since it's like Eric Clapton's guitar, I'm going to play a little loop of Layla, a nice chilled out loop for you. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again on the next one. Goodbye now.